Hello crafty friends, this is the Papered Chef here. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these Ghirardelli chocolate holders using just simple sheets of designer series paper. The paper that we'll be using is called Painted Seasons by Stampin Up, and it's one of the free items you can earn when you spend $50 this month at my store. Okay, so let's get started now. First thing is, I just want to say that I went to an OnStage event. That means that there were other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and I attended that last November, and it was in Paris. I want to show you the craft that inspired this project. Okay, so here's the craft that I received. The crafters, meaning the Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, we trade crafts. Okay, Pascale Virolle, hope I didn't butcher that name too much. She is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from France, and she gave me this craft. Okay, so I did 6 videos when I got back on all the different swaps, and I showed over 100 different ideas. And then one of my YouTube subscribers, Lou Downing, she said, in the video number 2 I created, she said, I'm wondering how that folded paper pocket was made at the 7-minute 30-second mark in the video. So believe it or not, I do take video requests, and it might have taken me a while, but I got around to making this video. So I hope you enjoy this simple yet very elegant craft. So shout out to Pascale. Now, what you do to make this craft is you're going to take a 6x6 piece of designer series paper. It's very important that your paper is double-sided. I'm just going to show you what this whole packet looks like, okay? And then we'll just keep a paste to work on. So this Painted Seasons has 4 seasons, and there's lots of coordinating colors, and each paper is double-sided. You get 12 in a pack. Okay, so I've already cut it into 6x6 inch pieces. Okay, so you just use your trimmer and cut it. Okay, so now the part that you want on the outside is the part that you're gonna fold inwards. Okay, so now we're just making a diagonal. Okay, and you could take any kind of like bone folder tool you have. You can use your finger, or you can use, like, here's my little brother ScanNCut spatula. You just want to make a good crease on here. Okay, so that's step 1. You're folding a diagonal. I'm just going to crease it really good. Okay, I'm going to leave that there just to show you step 1, and we'll go back over the steps in a minute. So now step 2. I'm just going to start step 1 again. You're keeping the pattern on the outside. Okay, like this. Okay, step 1. I'm holding my finger on this part. Okay, you're just creasing it down, and that is all. Okay, so now we have step 1. Now that's step 1. Okay, now step 2 is like this. It's a diaper fold. So you're kind of like, you're crossing this piece up and this piece over. Now I could just do like these separate steps, but I found that it was just easier for me to do these 2 steps together, because then I get the folds exactly right. So all I'm doing, and let me just show you, I'm just doing this. I'm making sure that the points are even, okay? So that's what I chose to do. I've done so many of these. I'll show you some later, but like that's what made it really accurate for me, is just pinching the sides first. See, it looks kind of like a diaper. Okay, I'm gonna hold that down, and I'm gonna use my little spatula to crease. Okay, so that is the next step. Okay, so this is all you have. You have this. It's very, very simple. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there, and that's the next step, and I'm gonna just do the third. I'm gonna start at the beginning and do the steps again. And I want to show you something with this paper here. Okay, here's what I need to show you. I'm gonna be trying to get this, I'm trying to replicate how these little, not that one. I'm gonna want these patterns on the outside. So, okay, I kind of want the mushroom sticking up, so for that one, that's why I'm just kind of checking which way my pattern was. So that just depending on how you want the pattern, you have to just decide how you're going to fold it in the first place. All right, so again, I'm just a step 1. Yeah, so that would be the inside. There you go. Step 1, I'm turning that over. They're upside down on this side, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be flipping this down in a minute. So let's just go like this. So now we have the next step. Don't worry, I'll make one all together. I just want to show you all 3 steps in a row, and then I'll make one all together for you as a review. So these are very simple, and I also have a different Ghirardelli chocolate holder that I'll just show you, that I've shown on, that I came up with, that I will show you at the end of this too. But I really like this better than the one I already have, because you know why? The Ghirardelli like sticks out of the top of this, and that's what makes it really nice. Okay, so we have step 1, and this is step 2 where we make the little diaper fold, and then this is step 3 where you fold down the little flap in the front. Okay, and I'm going to be, attaching those with adhesive as well, but you don't really even need to attach so much adhesive. Okay, so that's step 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's put that all together. Okay, we're going to put this pattern on the outside now. We'll put the red pattern on the outside. You just keep alternating how you do it. Okay, so I fold, so you start again, you fold it in half, and you crease it with a spatula or some kind of bone folder tool you have. You fold, you could just fold the side up like that, that would work. Okay, but I just found that it was just easier for me to make both of these, to just fold both of these together, because then they lined up right. They lined up exactly right. Or almost exactly right, but we're crafters, it's all good, it looks good. Okay, so I point those, and then I just kind of crease. Okay, and then we're going to fold this little flap down. Okay, love it. So now I'll show you where I put the adhesive. Let's go back to this one. So step 1, we have this, we have step 1, and then this is step 2. Okay, and then this is step 3 where you put the flap down. Okay, so now let's just show you where you put the adhesive. So we're going to start back at this first one. Okay, we're going to flip it. We're going to flip it up and over. And it's kind of like when I figured out how to make these, I'm like, oh my goodness. These are pretty cool, and they're also pretty simple. And I'm like, I shouldn't have waited so long to mess with this project. But you know what happened is all my Christmas stuff was still sitting out for like months. And then when I went to go finally put it away, I'm like, oh, I did promise that video. I said I would make that video to Lou, so I can't make every single video that's requested, but this one was the one that I definitely wanted to do myself. And it's good for, this item's really good for craft fairs and things. Okay, so here's where you add your adhesive. So you just get a little bit of adhesive. So after you make those folds, you're just putting a little bit of adhesive. I'm just using the Stampin' Up snail adhesive. And I'm just, I'm attaching that piece down. And don't worry, because I'm going to show this again. I like to reinforce in my videos. Okay, so there's that little bit of adhesive, and then we're going to flip this down, and of course you stick around to the end, and you're going to see lots of projects I made using this method. Okay, so then here's this little bit of adhesive, and that keeps the flap down. So now you got a perfect little pocket for your chocolate. Here's a piece of chocolate. There we go. And then we'll also embellish. Okay, so we'll just do that again. So I'm opening it back up. I put a little bit of adhesive. Okay. A little bit of adhesive. And you see why you need double-sided designer series paper for this. Again, this is Painted Seasons, and it's free this month. And you can't buy this paper, by the way. You have to earn it by spending $50 or more. That one looks like it's already adhered. No, it's not. That's how tight the folds were. It was staying in place. You probably could just fold it real good, and you don't even need to put adhesive on it. But I just like to put a little bit for reinforcement. As you can see, these are so fast and easy to make. And even the back looks so pretty. The front looks so pretty. I tried putting tea bags in here. This wasn't great. It was too small for tea bags, but Ghirardelli Chocolate works really good, and other things would fit in here as well. Okay, so let's just adhere the last one, and then I'll show you my finished projects, and then I'll show you one other way that I would make a Ghirardelli chocolate holder that I've shown on YouTube before. Okay, super simple, cute little reversible pockets. Okay, so now you're gonna put your embellishments on them. So here's an example. I adore you. And what I did for this set is it's called Lasting Lily. It's another one of our free celebration items. Let me grab that out. I better get my first celebration brochure, sorry, because it needs to be big. See, I took these sentiments from Lasting Lily. I took I Adore You sentiment, and I took this one, Wishing You Well, and this is a free stamp set you get. It's a nice sympathy set, and you get this free when you spend $100 or more at our store. Okay, so that's where the sentiments came from. Okay, so the sentiments are colors which match the designer series paper. And when I messed up on one side, I just stamped the other side. So let's just put a little bit of adhesive on these sentiments, and I'm just going to show you. Like, I just put the sentiment on this side. I put it right on this side because that's where the fold kind of covers the little fold. Okay, so let me show you some more that I had already made. So here's one with a different, and the Ghirardellis like really match well. So you have your, what is this one? Dark chocolate caramel, and it matched really well with this fall pattern. And then you have your regular caramel, and it matched really well with this sort of autumn pattern. Or not autumn, I guess that was spring with the flowers. And this is a summer succulent pattern, and I like this blue one, how it matched dark chocolate sea salt caramel, and that's I Adore You. And then this green one, this was the Christmas one. This was the mint Ghirardelli. And that really matched well with the Wishing You Well with the Christmas pattern. So these are great for craft fairs because I think they're going to be better than my first. Let me show you mine that I already currently use, which is really a hot seller, but I think it's going to be a little better with these because these, you can actually see what's in them. Okay, zoom out so you can see them all at once. So here's the one that I usually make, and it's called the matchbook style. And I'm still going to keep making these because, I mean, either way, I give them as gifts and I love them. So know that today a friend is thinking of you. This is another one of those free stamp sets from Celebration. Sorry for not being totally prepared. Here we go. Part of my story. Okay, so that's where the sentiment came from. And then inside, just again, that Wishing You Well, same sentiment. So this is, I just use my little colored staples, and this is just a simple fold and score. I mean, these don't get any easier. I cut all my pieces of paper and I make little matchbook Ghirardelli chocolate holders. But the nice thing about my matchbooks is they also hold tea bags. Okay, see, they hold tea bags. And not just Ghirardellis, where these don't hold the tea bags. The tea bags won't really fit in these little pockets. Well, they would if you make them bigger. So basically, the idea is you're starting with a square piece of paper, okay? And that's what you're doing. You're folding it diagonal and then across, and then one more time you're folding the flap over. So if you use a bigger piece of paper, of course you could hold the tea bag. But then you won't get 4 out of 1 sheet of DSP, Designer Series paper. All right, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this simple, elegant tutorial on paper craft that you can use for gift giving this season or any holiday season. Thank you. This is the Paper Chef.